All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to be doing this Zoom tonight. And please, if you have any questions regarding what I'm going over, if you need better clarification, please jump in and ask. I want to make sure that what we're going over tonight, everybody's understanding and not getting off this Zoom with questions still. Don't be afraid to speak up. We're all a family here, so we don't judge. All right, guys. All right, so this is a very exciting time right now.
Can you mute everyone, Danny?
Yep. All right, everybody's been muted. Okay, so this is a very exciting time right now. We haven't had this type of momentum and actually like incentives really that since I joined, Michelle and Ashley, that's the last time that we've seen this type of momentum. And what this company is doing for us is pretty special. So we're going to go over what they're offering us right now, what we do when we first start, and then we want to make sure that you are successful from day one and you know how to train your people when you bring them in as newbies. So the first thing that you want to do when you come in, your first focus is getting 2 customers and 2 promoters. We call that going VIP 800. And I know a lot of you know this and understand this. We do have some newbies on here, so I'm just going to go over this stuff and then go on to things that some new things that we have the company's offering right now. So we want 2 customers and 2 promoters. And no matter how you configure that with the sales, you want those to equal out $800. So the cool thing right now is the company is offering double volume on the 400 upgrades and the 800 upgrades. So if you have one promoter coming in with a $400 upgrade, that's automatically $800 in volume. That's all you need, but you still need 1 more promoter and 2 more customers at the minimum. And the only time that those promoters count is when they purchase an upgrade. Correct, Michelle? Right. So you have 1 promoter with the $400 upgrade, that's $800 in volume. The other promoter can get the $100 upgrade, and then each customer can purchase $30 in Pro Bars. And then you have your VIP 800. That's $660 in cash and product credit that you could actually get that on your first day and get paid the next Tuesday. So that's really an amazing incentive right off the bat because you're getting paid $660 off $800 in volume. That's a huge percentage. If you do that twice in your first 2 weeks, then they're going to pay you an additional $660. So I think Michelle, you did it like in 2 days?
I did VIP 800 in 2 days. I did VIP 1600 in 3 days. And then I went 4K on my 5th day.
See, and I hit my VIP 800 on my 14th day, and I never reached my VIP 1600. So just because maybe, this is something you really want to strive for, but doesn't mean if you don't hit these, it does not mean that you aren't going to be successful. So, yes.
A good example is Rihanna did the same exact thing you did. She went VIP 800, never did the 1600, but she literally did that within like a half an hour. You helped her finish her bonus that night.
Right, absolutely. So it does not mean you're not going to be successful with this company. So you don't need to, for an example, okay, I missed my VIP 1600. On my 14th day, I got my VIP 800, and 3 days later, I went 4K. So that's, you just want to keep working towards your goals. So that's, so in your first 14 days, you have the opportunity to earn $1,320. And that's a minimum that you can earn, that we offer. If you do more than that, your paychecks will be higher. So that's pretty, a cool incentive right there. And
And you
what I
find that Lisa Fuller never hit any bonuses at
Mhm.
all. And she is a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
In 4 years, a millionaire and never hit one bonus.
Yeah, they didn't have bonuses available when she came on with Laval. So that's, we have to remember though, these bonuses are amazing, but they're temporary. What you're doing every day to increase your paycheck, that's what residual income is. And that's where you are going to get paid more and more and more, and for the long term. So yeah, we want to work hard to get these bonuses, but you have to remember the 4K bonus is only 6 months, and then what? And then the 12K bonus is what, 8 months?
8 or 10.
Eight,
But
yeah.
not to downgrade these bonuses, you guys.
Right.
It didn't work any less this month because these bonuses are a godsend, and I know a lot of you are really struggling financially right now. This is, that could give you 6 months of an extra $666 a month. For some people, that's your rent. For some people, that's all of your bills.
Absolutely.
And we all want to do whatever we can to help you guys achieve these because they're so, so obtainable. Sorry, Danny. I'm so excited for everybody. I just want to help everyone there.
So we had these same bonuses when we started. I got the 4K bonus in, like I said, 17 days. And then I got the 12K bonus 10 days later. So, this is definitely something that is achievable. But you have to remember, what we want to focus on is the 2 and 2. We constantly want to get 2 promoters, 2 customers. And then what you want to do is you want to keep teaching your promoters the same thing, because what that's going to do is that is going to just increase your volume. I know this 4K and 12K sounds like a lot of volume, $12,000, but you have to remember it's not all on you. It's your team. So if we're training our team to do the VIP 800 and VIP 1600, then that's just going to make everybody successful. Everybody on your downline is going to hit these bonuses. And that's what we want.
And if you guys are going to be enrolling free promoters, if you're not going to be training them fully trained to where they understand the products and their VIP within the first 24 hours of training or joining us, don't enroll them as free promoters. Enroll them as free customers and tell them when they're ready and they have 2 customers or 2 promoters or whatever, they can still work as promoters. But if you're enrolling free promoters and not training them to get their VIPs and letting them know that they have 30 days to get a $399 bonus, that clock is ticking, you're doing not only them a disservice, but you're only hurting yourself. So if Danny would have brought me on and then waited and didn't train me for like 3 or 4 days, I would have never hit my 12K in 12 days. She was on FaceTime with me probably 10 times a day because I had so many questions I didn't even know I had. Just getting in front of her and hearing her ask me, do you understand what you need to get these bonuses? Yes, I do. She would make me tell her how to get the bonuses and then go, no, stop. So we may assume that our promoters understand, but unless you get them on the phone, now Jess Sarton, she's a perfect example. She enrolled with me a year ago. She fell off after a couple weeks and she started again. And I just assumed that she still remembered everything. Well, when I got her on FaceTime, the day after she said she was ready to get started again, that next morning we were on FaceTime. You guys, she had to be completely retrained again. And now here she is running for her 4K. So please, it's so, so, so important. Do not enroll a free customer if you're not going to spend the next 24 hours dedicating yourself to them because you're hurting them. That's not fair. So if you don't have time to train them, you make them a free customer.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to remember, once they hit the promoter button, their 30 days starts. And so that means actually two things start, and I'll explain that to you. So the 30 days start. For their 4K in 30 days, they get that $399 bonus, iPad mini bonus, like Michelle was talking about. If you are taking 2 weeks to train them and they haven't signed anybody or they haven't purchased an upgrade, then you're doing, like she said, doing them a disservice. They are not going to get this $399 bonus. It's like throwing money out the window. So also what starts is their 60 days in their waiting room. So if they're not working and you don't see that they're working, they're going to be on your top line unless you move them within that 60 days. But if they're not working and you don't know how they work, who they're going to mesh with on your team, who, that you could move people under them, the whole thing with the waiting room is all about strategy. What's going to be best for the people that are working in your organization? And if someone starts, killing it on the 59th day, and you don't know that until after their 60 days, they start working on the 59th day, but they're going to kill it after their 60 days is up, you're going to kind of shoot yourself in the foot. So
let me, while you're going into that, let me explain this a little bit more in detail, you guys. When you enroll a promoter, you have got 60 days, 2 full months, that promoter is going to be in this waiting room in your cloud. You can move that promoter underneath anybody underneath you, okay? So, you guys, I need you to listen carefully, okay? So as leaders, what we do is we watch you all. And if you're really, really working hard and you're getting close to those bonuses, we're going to move promoters underneath you that have volume to help you reach your bonus. And I don't know how many times I've said, I can't say anything, but I need to see who's working. And when nobody answers me, that promoter stays on my top line. Okay? So when you enroll, you have this and you're ready to hit your 4K, and somebody is really working hard and they're ready to hit their 4K. You can go in your waiting room and find somebody who's got $500 in volume, and you can take that promoter and place them under your best friend and help your best friend hit their 4K bonus. So if this hasn't been explained to you, or you don't know anything about this, please make sure you reach out to somebody so we can go in more in depth. But you guys, when I'm telling you I need to see who's working, the reason is because I've got people in my waiting room that their 60 days are almost up and they're loaded with volume. All I have to do is move them under you to help you reach your rank, okay? But you will never see us do that, because we don't have to build you in order for us to hit our promotions. The only reason we're going to place anybody underneath you is to help you hit your promotion, because they're still considered on our top line. No matter whether we put them 16 layers down in our team, they're still our top line. We're only moving that volume to you to help you hit your rank. So it is so important that you guys are consistently working and showing us that you're in this for the long haul, and that you are absolutely worthy to have that. I mean, it's an honor. I have never had anybody placed underneath me, ever. I don't want it. I tell Danny, I don't want it. I'm just fine. But you know what? One of my girls could use a promoter. She's this close to hitting her rank. And Danny can take somebody out of her waiting room and put them under you. So I need you guys to keep that in mind. That's what this waiting room is about. 60 days. That doesn't mean that person goes to, let's say Rihanna is just about to hit her 4K, and I message Danny and say, I don't have anybody in my waiting room to move to Rihanna. Can you please, do you have anybody with at least 400 in volume? Danny places somebody under Rihanna so she can hit her 4K. That does not mean that promoter is automatically transferred to Rihanna. No, that's still Danny's promoter. The volume is Rihanna's. Okay? So I just wanted to clear that up, because we have not touched base on the waiting room in a very, very long time.
Absolutely. Good explanation. So like I kind of touched base on a little earlier, the company right now is doubling the volume for the 400 and 800 upgrades. And within your first 30 days, if you purchase one of those upgrades, you're also getting with a $400 upgrade, you're getting 20 promo codes, 10% off, and 10 free shipping. With the $800 upgrade, you're getting 40. So it's going to be 20, 10% off, and 20 free shipping codes. That's huge. Those are huge incentives to offer your new promoters and your new customers, because you can't use your credits on upgrades, but you know what? You can use free shipping, and that could get upwards of like $30 depending on which upgrade you get, depending on the weight. So that's a huge incentive. Also, for the double QV, the double volume. So let's say you're going for 4K, and you get the $400 upgrade. That's $800 in volume, and then you get 4 people under you with a $400 upgrade. That's another $1,600. Am I right? 4 times 4, 6, 8. No, 8. What's 8 times 4? 32. You're at 4K. You're at 4K, because with your $400 upgrade, you have 4 under you, and they're all double volume. That's 4K right there. So we really want to, I know that the $400, like, whoa, you know what? That's what I purchased when I first joined the company. I knew it was the investment that I needed to be serious when I joined this company. And what I did was I sold samples from it. I sell them for $25 a piece. I know Michelle sells them for $30. So, I get to use a month, and then I sell 2 months out of the $400 upgrade, and I still make a profit. So that's just seemed like a good business deal for me. Not everybody can afford that, but I do recommend that if it's something you can do, that is the way to go. So that's the easiest way to go 4K, is these $400 upgrades. I know, I don't think she's on here, Jessie. She just bought an $800 upgrade today. $1,600 in volume off one order.
Not playing around. Actually,
she ordered, it was the total volume on her one order was $1,700. So she's on fire, and I know she's using those for sampling, which is awesome. Allison, talking about your girl.
Yeah, sorry. Couldn't figure out nothing.
Yeah, so she got $1,700 in volume and one order. Like, can you imagine? That's just off one upgrade.
I'm gonna ask one.
And then,
yeah. She sells a lot of samples too. And I don't think that she's pre-selling them, because she can't get them fast enough. Sorry, Mary Catherine's like talking.
Mommy,
please. But something else that she's doing with it is, like, she's buying her and her husband's, like, month in that upgrade, because it's double volume too. So it's just something to think about. So that's what I plan on doing with Jason and I this month.
Yeah. That's an amazing incentive, amazing deal that they're giving us, the double the volume on those 2 upgrades. And that is really going to get you to your bonuses very quickly. 12Ks, $12,000 in volume. So someone talking? Okay. So let's say you go 4K, and then you need 3 people under you to go 4K. You have to remember, no, I need my math wrong. 2 people, right? 2 people under you to go 4K. That's 8, 4. Yeah. So I'm gonna carry the 1 and add the, so, yeah, so if you go 4K, you get your $4,000 bonus, and you help 2 of your promoters go 4K each, and they get their $4,000 bonus, you are at 12K, and you got your $12,000 bonus, which I believe is like, what, $1,600 a month for 8 months or something like that. When I got it, it was 10 months at the $1,200. So but you got the difference between the 4 and the 12. I don't understand how that works. Don't ask me. Just know that you're going to get lots
Just
of
know
money.
a lot of money.
Yeah. So, and can I just tell you, I was on food stamps. I was on every government assisted program that they offered. I was living, less than paycheck to paycheck. I was like, taking from Paul to give to Peter. And it was just, we were in a bad position. I worked my butt off to get to that 12K, not only for that bonus, because I knew that, for 10 months at that amount of money, what could that do for my family? But it also meant the auto bonus, which I'll get to. But so I got it at the end. My first paycheck was in May with my bonus, my 12K bonus. And all summer long, all I did with it was pay off debt, pay off debt, pay off debt, pay off debt. Increased my credit score 100 points. And I just got my Cadillac Escalade in January in my own name, nobody else's. And this is my first car in like 15 years that I've been on it by myself, without a cosigner, without someone giving me money for a down payment. And, I take pride in that because I worked hard to get to where I am. And we have an amazing team too. I don't do it alone. But I'm telling you,
But
if you put
all,
your life,
she says it's not just her, it's the team. But what you guys have to understand is the way Danny trained myself, she trained me on how to train my promoters. And that's where success lies. Okay. So I can't express this enough, you guys. I have got a top line of all runners. I am talking 13 people on my top line, and every one of them are runners. There will never be a day where I am unbalanced, which Danny will talk about that too. But there's a reason. When you guys don't see me in the chat for hours at a time, it's not because I'm sleeping. It's because I just enrolled a new promoter and they get all of my attention for the first 24 to 48 hours. And when I say all of my attention, I mean, we're FaceTiming. I'm giving them posts. I'm giving them ideas. Danny and I are getting on 3-ways with them. So when I disappear, Michelle just signed a new promoter and she's going to be introducing her soon. So what Danny has always taught me was not so much about the business in the beginning, but how to be a leader. Okay. And if you guys can teach your promoters the same thing, you have nothing but success. Okay. Leaders build success, not followers. Leaders build other leaders. I hope you guys are getting this and understanding how important it is to please spend the time with your new promoters. That's their lives. Maybe they're on food stamps. Maybe they're on all these government assisted programs where they're barely feeding their kids. You have the answer right in your hands. You just got to take a day or two to give it to them so that they can live this way. So please, 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 you guys, if you don't write anything else down, write down, teach my new promoters how to be a leader. Sorry.
Yeah, that's absolutely, we have a duplicatable system, and we want to make sure that what we were taught, we are teaching. So the 2 and 2, 2 and 2, you want to do that at a minimum once a month. I suggest you do the 4 and 4 every month, and then you need to teach your 4 to do the same thing, your 4 promoters to do the same thing. And then they need to teach their promoters to do the same thing. It all trickles down. And that's when you have layered leadership. And that's when you really start rocking and rolling and you're winning. And it's fun. It is fun. I'm telling you. We are on a ride right now, and it's every day. It's just, go, 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 go. And I'm just having the time of my life right now. And I'm just so excited about this, what's going on. And May, I'm so excited for May. So 12K. Also, so I'm going to go into this a little bit, and I don't, stop me, Michelle, if it's too much. When we do get to 4Ks and 12K bonuses, we need to make sure that we are maintaining them every month in order to get that bonus. And that means you just can't ride it out. right out every month. You need to maintain your 4K every month and your 12K every month to maintain those bonuses. And what that also means is bringing in new orders every month. You need a minimum of $400 a month to maintain your bonuses. So, does anybody have any questions on that so far?
Anything we've talked about at all. If anybody has any questions, you can tap the screen, and in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see your unmute button and unmute yourself and just interrupt. If you have a question in the middle of this, you guys just interrupt. Does anybody have any questions?
No.
Rihanna, are you trying to hop in? No? Okay.
Okay. So on top of that, this is going to be a lot, but you want to make sure that you're balanced, like Michelle was talking about a little bit. What that means is that you can't have more than 60% of volume coming from one leg. So we call those red legs. That means that leg is heavy for you. Once that happens,
a leg is first.
Okay. So a leg is someone who's on your top line. They is there. They don't move. So let's say Michelle's a leg for me. So all of you, most of you are under Michelle's leg. And so you're one of my legs. You know, I think I have 8 legs right now. And so, like Ashley is one of Michelle's legs. And everybody under Ashley is that leg. So,
and then Holly is on my top line. So she's considered another leg. So we'll just use Holly and Ashley. So let's say I have my 40K bonus, or I have my 40K rank, and Ashley has 30,000 in volume. That's more than half of my 40K. That means that I am going to be a 12K. Okay? So Ashley cannot have any more than 22,000 in volume. I believe it's 22,000.
I think it's 24.
24,000. Okay. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky, you guys. Let's say I have Ashley, Holly, and Lisa. Okay. I have 3 people. I could have Holly and Lisa combined equal 20,000 in volume. They can have 20,000 in volume. As long as Ashley is not over 24,000 in volume, I'm completely fine. So especially when you get up, like I have almost 13 qualified and active legs once all the auto ships roll. Right now I only have 8. But once all of them are active and qualified, it's a very tricky situation. So that's why I tell you guys, making sure you're teaching your promoters, because if you have a whole bunch of top line promoters and you're uneven, you're not going to hit your rank. So I'm almost to 80K. If Ashley has 50,000 of my volume and I hit 80K in volume, I will still be a 40K. Ashley is too heavy. She's red-legged. So I need to make sure that my other girls have more volume, whether that means I enroll people and place it under them or just enroll it under myself. As long as I don't put anything under Ashley, okay? So the reason Danny's telling you guys this is because when you get your 4K and your 12K bonuses, in order to maintain them, you can't only have one person working. So if all of your volume is coming from one person, you can't maintain your rank, you can't maintain the bonus. And it actually, as long as you're teaching your promoters correctly and everybody's working right, you're absolutely fine. But you will never see me stop working just because I'm an 80K. You will never see me stop working as if I was going for my VIP 800, ever. Because I'm going to give you an example. We have a few promoters on here that have almost 20,000 in volume that are not getting any paycheck at all because they're not working their business. We cannot make money off of you. It's impossible. Okay? Ashley could hit 40K, and if I'm not working my business, I'm not going to even make enough money to transfer in my bank account. So you have to remain working. That's why we always tell you, you guys, your success is your own. We can lead you there, but we're going to get paid whether you win or not. We're going to still get paid because we're working. But we care more about your success than our own. And believe me, we have surpassed a lot to make sure that you guys get there. Do you guys have any questions about maintaining your bonuses or heavy legs or what legs are? Anybody?
Right. We have $25 in credits right now for every free customer and free promoter that signs up. Again, we want to limit the free promoters as much as possible unless they are ready to run and start working. But this is huge because we need to create a sense of urgency and excitement around this and have people sign up and order. We are doing a great job, but we're doing like $40 orders and it brings down to $15, which our BV, what we get paid off of, ends up being $7.50. So if you think about that, what's 20% from $7.50? You're not making much. You're making $1.50 off that order, if that. So, you know, we want to make sure that we're increasing our dollars for our orders, and because that's what's going to increase your paycheck. Especially this week, we are on a non-auto ship week. We have, depending on how the weeks fall, we have 1 or 2 a month.
Usually, but we've got 5 pay periods this month. We've got 5 pay weeks this month. So this week is a non-auto ship. Next week is an auto ship. And so is the next week. So the rest of the month are all auto ship paychecks.
So you want to just make sure you're pushing this $25 credits, sense of urgency, because I'm telling you, once June 1st hits, it's going away. So this is a great time to also piggyback off of it. If you have extra credits that you got from your April rewards, then throw $5, throw $10. You know, what I've been doing is giving them balance for free when they purchase the Thrive experience, because what it does, it enhances the absorption, blah, blah, blah. So you guys all know that. Yes, Ashley?
Another thing you can do too, a lot of people have purchased the $400 packages. So like I know Denise is on here. You can use those promo codes. If you're new and you've purchased a $400 package, you can, like what you were doing, giving them the balance for free. Mm-hmm. The promo code will end up being the same thing because you're going to get 10% off for free shipping.
Exactly. Yeah,
and promoters can use 2 of them at once.
Yeah, and the shipping on balance is $10. So no matter what the cost of that, so giving them free shipping with those promo codes, that's an additional $10 off. So that's, again, a great reason why to get the $400 and $800 upgrades. So, okay. So again, kind of with that, thriving for free. So you sign up your customers, $25 off, they're ordering, you want to talk to them about thriving for free. So, and they're like, well, what is that? And I have a lot of people that come to me and they're like, I was never told about that. And I'm like, well, let me tell you about it. So what that means is when everybody signs up, no matter if they're a customer or a promoter, they have to create a username. So their username.lavelle.com is their referral link that they want to give to everybody they come in contact with and say, hey, if you go to my site, my referral link, and you sign up as a free customer under my referral link, you get $25 in credits. Let me tell you about this amazing product. And then they're like, whoa, I need more energy, or I need, this or that. And so they order through your customer's referral link. Well, once they get 2 people to do that, then they get credits for the average of the 2 orders on the 2nd of the next month. That's huge. So if they have 2 customers that are buying the Thrive experience, then they are getting $150 in credits on June 2nd that they can use for their own product. I've had customers that have purchased product for 1 month and they have never bought another product again because they used their credits. They've only had to pay shipping. And they're my best customers and they love it and they tell everybody about it. So why does that, benefit you. How that benefits you is every time they sign refer a customer, that goes towards your PPA. So that one customer can skyrocket your PPA, out of the universe here. You could get, out of one customer, if they, the trickle down, you could get 10, 20 20 PPA off one customer.
And you guys, I want to explain, because there's so many new people on here, what PPA is. PPA is first time orderers, whether it's promoter or customer. If they have never ever purchased from you before and you get 3 people, your PPA will be at 3. Okay. So Danny's putting a lot of emphasis on PPA, as you'll hear Lisa, Paul, all the top money earners. PPA is your bread and butter. Okay. Because that's every new customer that you bring in is considered PPA. And that's something that you have to keep up there. So if you're looking at a PPA that's 1 or 2 over 60 days, that means in the last 2 months, you've only enrolled 1 or 2 people. You might want to find out what you are or aren't doing. Okay. And once Danny's done, I'm going to go over some things that you can do to kind of launch your business really quickly, if she doesn't already touch on it.
Yeah. So as leaders, we look at our PPA reports every day and we see where everybody is, because that kind of gauges who is really working, who's bringing new people into the organization. And, I also look at that too when I'm doing placements with my waiting room, because, I'm going to place my volume in my waiting room to people who I see that are actually working. So I look at that every day along with my VIP reports. Those 2 reports are like my number 1 and 2 reports every day I look at. VIP reports you should be looking at every day to see if you have anybody on that report that are in their first 14 days US, 21 days international. That's the time they have to reach the VIP 800 and 1600 like we discussed earlier. So yeah. So does everybody know what the funnel is? The funnel. So this again is what our leaders have they got to the top with, is creating the excitement around the funnel and training people on that. So you get someone that wants a 3-day mini experience. You want to get them into the funnel. What does that mean? That means you get them as a free customer. You have them like the Lavelle brand Facebook page. And then you also get them into a 3-way with someone, preferably an upline. But if, someone that has been in the business, a little bit longer than you, so they can speak to, about the product and about the business opportunity. But those 3 things is the funnel. Why is that important? Is because you're giving them third-party validation. You're with the 3-way calls and 3-way chats. You are getting them to the Lavelle brand Facebook page so they can see all the testimonies of our customers and our promoters, and then getting them locked into you as a free customer, because then once they're locked into you, that's where they're going to be with you forever. And then what the company does, they drip on them. They send them emails. We do not spam people with emails. They only get emails when we have incentives, promos, free product, things like that. Like, so everybody, was it a couple weeks ago, there was free shipping. Sometimes we do a free product when you purchase the Thrive Experience. So maybe, once or twice a month, they will get an email saying, if you order, this is what you'll get. So they help us with that type of advertising. And I know I've gotten a few free customers that, from those, because they're like, what is this about? I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I'll go in and tell them about it. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So, so that's a really neat thing that the company does for us. Kind of takes some of the responsibility off our shoulders, but we always want to make sure that we are following up with them. And on a consistent basis, you should have some sort of system in place either if it's in a notebook or a file folder or whatever it is on your phone, on your potentials, people you've spoken to, you're a free customer, so you can constantly follow up with them.
And actually, I was going to see, I haven't asked her yet, but I was going to ask Ashley to do a video on the Thrivers page on the sticky note call that we were on the other day. For the people that didn't make it, Ashley took detailed notes. So I thought that that would be a really good learning tool to put in the Thrivers page. So you guys watch out for that, because it's a really good way to stay organized. It's very simple, and Ashley just gets it. So watch for that. Maybe we can get her to do that the next day or two.
Yeah, because I was not able to get on that, and I would like to hear a little bit about that, because I know Beth Graves is amazing at that, and she went to the top in Millionaires Club pretty quickly because of that system. So Thrive Experience, our bread and butter. That's what we're known for. That's what we started out with, and that's what we'll always have. That's what we're known for, and so it's the Thrive Experience, 3 steps.
And that's where I'm going to jump in, so I don't have to bring this up later, because you just brought it up.
Okay.
If you're spending too much time explaining the products instead of the day 3, 5, and 10 of the Thrive Experience, you will not see your paycheck grow. So what Danny is going to talk to you about does not mean explain the entire experience to your potentials. You want to talk to them about your day 3, 5, and 10, and then get them in that through a call for validation from somebody else. So Danny's going to go into detail. So for those of you taking notes, just remember, this isn't something you're going to want to word vomit on your potentials. So you already started it. So I'm like, well, that's one thing I can check off.
So when people are like, what's the Thrive Experience? I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 3 easy steps done in the first 30 minutes of your morning. It helps with energy, mental clarity, immune support, curbs cravings, appetite support, weight management, and helps with general aches and discomforts. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, right. So I tell them, it's changed my life. I used to be one of those moms, an afternoon napper. I was an Olympic napper, and I would have to set my alarm in the afternoon right before my kids got up off the bus. So it actually made myself look like I actually did something throughout the day. And, so it's changed my life, because now I have not napped since I started the Thrive Experience. I am more present with my kids. I have more patience for my kids. It's changed our life. And they're like, wow, so I like to do the voice messaging, because they hear my excitement, and, that really gets them excited. Because it kind of can go either way on text messaging. So I highly suggest voice messaging. So Thrive Experience, 3 easy steps. Capsules, as soon as you open your eyes in the morning before your feet hit the ground. 20 to 30 minutes later, you take your lifestyle mix, and you do that 4 days a week. So I leave it up to my customer. They can either do it every other day, Monday through Thursday, so they have their weekend to themselves, or they can do half a pack every day. It's up to them. I tell them 4 days a week. And then you slap on your DFT and you're done for the entire day. You don't have to worry about taking this pill before dinner, this pill after dinner. You don't have to worry about, interactions with the different pills. So, all of our products are made to work together, be taken together. And all of our products are certified all natural, non-GMO, gluten-free, and either patented or patent pending. That's my spiel. So, I've said it quite a few times. It's going to take your time, some time for you to get that down. And then I tell them about my 1, 3, and 10 day. And what I actually have is a free voice call conference thing where they can log in. They can list my 1, 3, and 10 day. And it's like 3 minutes long. And that's it. And I send that to them, and that gets them. That gets them every time. So, that's it. So that's our bread and butter. That's what we want to talk to everybody about. The plus line is just that. That's the plus line to the Thrive Experience. We want to get everybody in the Thrive Experience that changes people's lives in the first 10 days. It is an 8-week experience. You want to emphasize that. So we want them, once they're on at 8 weeks, they're never going to get off of it. Once they're on at 10 days, they'll never want to get off of it. Trying to think, there was something else I wanted to say. What am I missing, Michelle?
Fast start bonuses.
I was going to say one more thing about the Thrive experience.
Oh.
Break it down. Oh my gosh, break it down. Yes, it's $150 for the Thrive experience, but it comes to $5 a day. And you're not going to want to drink coffee. I'm down to decaf. I was a couple pots of coffee a day. I'm down to decaf. And I drink 1, maybe 2 cups of that, and I'm done. I just like it because the experience. I love the taste of coffee. I love sitting there when my kids get on the bus and just have that time to myself. And that's why I drink it.
Guys, I'll tell you that one thing I found out really quick, and I never, ever, ever have anybody tell me that it's too expensive. Never. And I'll tell you why. I learned this with my previous company very quickly. If you answer somebody's question before they ask it, they will not get negative about it. So when somebody asks me about Thrive, I don't give them the opportunity to ask me how much it costs. I tell them what it is. I tell them what it does. And then I tell them the craziest part of all of this, it will not only change your life, but it's $5 a day. It's $150 for 3 products for a full month's worth. It's crazy. I don't know how this business stays in company, or how this company stays in business, giving us these products that are going to change our lives that come down to $5 a day. You're planting that seed, you guys. So if you let them ask you how much it is, it's shocking to hear $150. But what they don't know is they're getting 3 products, 3, for a full month, and it comes out to $5 a day. And then they really don't even give it. I've never heard it's too expensive. I don't give them the opportunity to think it's too expensive, because I put it in their brain already that that's crazy that it's only $150.
You have to think how much Starbucks, Dunkin', Tim Hortons are they buying a day? How many times do they go into the snack machine at work? So they're spending every day more than this. And this is something that's healthy, that's going into their bodies, and it's going to improve their life. So any questions on the Thrive experience? No. Okay. Let's see. Fast start bonus.
I'm sorry. I don't have any of this written down. You're making me think of stuff. I have a lot of you coming to me saying, I don't know what to say when people ask me how soon they're going to feel it. You don't, because you don't know. The only thing you're going to say is everybody's experience is different. I don't know when you're going to feel it. All I can tell you is that you will. Everybody has different nutritional gaps. There is no scientific proof that you're going to feel it in the first 20 minutes. But there's also no scientific proof that anybody who follows through with a minimum of 8 weeks ever leaves. Because I know that I still have all of my people are still thriving. You just have to help them understand that this is filling in nutritional gaps. And if you've got a lot, it may take a little bit longer, but you are going to have an amazing experience. That I can guarantee you, with a money back guarantee.
Right. Trying to think. You had me think of something, and I need to start writing this down. Okay. So you wanted to talk about the fast start bonuses?
Yes, because I could pretty much guarantee that most everybody here does not even know about the fast start bonuses. So every time that you enroll a promoter that purchases an upgrade, you're going to get a bonus that following Tuesday in your paycheck, okay, depending on which upgrade they purchase. So if they purchase a $200 upgrade, you're going to get an extra $40. If they purchase an $800 upgrade, you're going to get an extra.
So I have it right here. So we have the 100, 200, 400, 800. If they purchase the $400 upgrade, So let's say Michelle purchases the $400 upgrade. I'm going to get $80 of that. In my
And that's
paycheck.
for life. That's
Yes.
forever.
They can purchase any one of these upgrades, these packages at any time, multiple times a month, whatever. Whenever you need one, that's you can purchase it, and then I'm going to get the $80 every time. So I get $80. Jamie Pekka gets $40 because I'm her personally enrolled, and then Lisa Fuller gets $20 because that's Jamie's personally enrolled sponsor. And then Barry Hurt's going to get $10. So out of that $400 package that she just purchased, that's what, $120, $40, $150 paid out to her upline.
So every single person that you bring in, you guys, I don't tell my promoters that it's free. I just don't. I just teach them how to get their package. I teach them. Whether it's go sell something, whether it's find two friends that want to start working and you start getting a paycheck that you can start earning money. But if you enroll as a free promoter, you are going to miss out on that $400 in 30 days. That's a lot of money. So if you think about it this way, if you purchase a $400 upgrade today, you're going to start enrolling your customers and promoters. You're going to hit your 4K and you're going to get that right back in your bonus anyway, on top of $1,300, $1,320. So you guys, again, doing your promoters a disservice by telling them that it's free. Because what do they have to sell? If they don't have a package, how are they going to get products in their potential's hands? How are they going to use the product? So there are ways around. It doesn't have to be the 400 pack. It can be a $100 upgrade and then purchase the DFT and it's $150. But it's so important to get that in their hands so they have something to give to their potentials. You can't make this sound like it's a free ride. Don't even worry about the price. It's free. You can just join for free. If they can't afford to invest $150 into themselves to get these $4,000, $12,000 bonuses, then stay a free customer and get yourself lined up. And as soon as you're ready, you hit that button. Okay, you guys, you got to remember, leaders create leaders, not followers. Because we can mass enroll all day long. I could have easily enrolled 50 promoters just in the last 2 weeks. I've enrolled 3 because none of them could afford an upgrade. Okay, go promote the company. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, they don't want to do it. So guess what? I'm not going to spend 2 hours training somebody who's going to come on as a free promoter that doesn't want to work their business. People who are truly serious can sign on as a free promoter. You'll know when you have somebody who's serious, when they're telling you that their life freaking sucks and that they'll do anything to get food in their kids' mouths. Those free promoters are going to work and they're going to get someplace. But 9 times out of 10, they want to become a free promoter because they think that you're going to build them to something more. So ultimately, it just comes down to fast start bonuses are fabulous, but what it's really doing is it's putting the product in people's hands so they can start using it and that they can get it into other people's hands. All right, you guys. So if you have any questions or you're a free promoter and you need help getting your kits, okay, reach out to your sponsor. A lot of times we can help you financially. I'm not saying all the time. Not everybody's in a position to do that. But if you know, I'm your sponsor and you're my personally enrolled, I'm going to try any way I can to help you get your kit because that's going to get the product not only in you so that everybody on Facebook can see you're using it. Would you guys have ever joined me if you didn't see me using the product? You know what I mean? So just think about that. One of the girls, I can't remember who, just sold her couch to get an upgrade.
Lauren
sold her couch and sat on the floor to get her upgrade. This girl is kicking ass. Like, she is not playing around. When you buy an upgrade, that's going to force you to work. It's kind of like when we get our cars, like Danny did. Danny was scared to death to get her Cadillac. She's like, well, what happens if I can't maintain? Like, I'm going to have to pay for that myself. And Jamie Pekka looked at her and said, yep. So she went and got her Cadillac. Guess what? She ain't going to lose her. She is not going to lose her 12K.
Oh,
So even leaders need that motivation, need that. We all do, you guys. We all do. I think I was just telling Danny or Ashley today. I can't remember. I get them both mixed up when I'm talking, who I tell what to. But like I was telling one of them today, it was Danny. I like motivation too. So I don't care that there's not an 80K bonus, but if there's an 80K bonus, you better believe that I'm going to be busting my ass 10 times harder to maintain that bonus every month, which made me realize I'm not working as hard as I can be, because I said that out loud to Danny. It hit me. Holy shit. I need to be working like I have a $2,000 bonus depending on it, and I'll be at 200K. All right, you guys, change your mindset and your entire business will explode. If you need motivation, or if not motivation, if you need inspiration, get on the phone with one of us and we will inspire you to work harder, because we've all been where you are. We were all there. Sorry, I get off on a tangent, but damn, I'm so excited about these girls hitting these bonuses.
I know. Yeah, you guys, you have to remember, we don't get these bonuses. So we're here we want to push you and help you get these, because we got these last year and we know what it is.
I freaking love you. Christina's putting stuff in the chat. She's going to make me cry.
Oh. So we know how life-changing these bonuses can be. So yeah, so I kind of want to go over, I want to kind of branch off here a little bit on this fast starts bonuses, because once you start building your team and you have 2 people on your team that are qualified and active, they're personally enrolled promoters to you, you automatically start getting 10% matches on your fast start bonuses. So let's say I have 2 qualified and active personals. I have Michelle and I have Ashley, and they got their team going and they're signing up packages left, right, and not only am I getting the fast start bonuses, but I'm also getting 10% of their fast start bonuses. So I'm getting paid twice. So
do you guys realize, like, are any of you, I'm going 80K and I'm so excited for you right now. I can bust out of my freaking skin. Do you guys understand how much money you could be making just having 2 people that are qualified and active? And then they get 2 people that are qualified and active. And then you might as well just go start your fire with money.
And then once you hit 4K and you have 8 personally enrolled, qualified, and active, that goes up to 20%. Can you imagine having 8 promoters under you? Not only are you getting all the fast start bonuses, but you're getting 20% match of all their fast start bonuses. Like, that is really when your paychecks start duplicating.
So you guys worry about what your paychecks are right now? You just kick ass and get yourselves to 4K, 12K, 40K, tunnel vision. Okay, you only got a $200 paycheck Tuesday. Okay, that $200 would feed my family for an entire month. I'll tell you what, my very first paycheck in my previous company was under $50 and I cried like a little baby. I had no way of getting food. Are you freaking kidding me? I know how important money is, you guys. Tunnel vision. No more excuses. 0. Because I want you guys to be seeing commas in your paycheck. When you open that first paycheck and you see $1,800 for 1 week's work, you're going to be like, I can't freaking believe I did this on my couch.
Yep. And really quick, I'm not going to go over the actual commissions really much. It's just each time you rank up, you get an additional level of pay. So what that means is, like, when you are a 4K, you get paid 5 levels down. You go 12K, you get the next level 6. It's a little confusing, but it just means you get paid for more people that are lower in your organization. But what I want to go over is team commission matching bonus. So you get your commissions every Tuesday. once you hit 4K and you have 4 qualified and active personally enrolled promoters under you, you start getting 20% check matches off all of everybody in the organization.
Everybody.
So let's say Michelle gets $1,000 in commissions for a week. I'm going to get $200 because she got 1,000 because I'm getting 20%. But let's say I have 8 qualified and active personally enrolled, that bumps up to 40. So she made $1,000. I get an additional $400 because she made $1,000. That's just off one leg.
Think about that, guys.
One of the 8. So that's.
You guys saw Ashley's crying post on Facebook? She was crying so hard I thought Shay got hurt. I am not kidding you. I didn't take that screenshot the minute that she called me because I thought something happened. Once I finally got out of her, I just saw I just opened my pay. I'm like, Jesus, you scared the hell out of me. She was crying so hard I couldn't understand her. Well, Ashley is now getting check match. Like, she's seeing commas every week in her paycheck. You guys, all of you can do this. You can all do it. Just please come to me. Danny, Ashley, whatever you have to do, come to one of us if you don't understand, if you're having problems. But the first thing I'm going to do, if you come to me, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to your Facebook. You know me. So if you're going to go in any of the chats and complain that you're having issues, I'm going to call you out and say, okay, well, you only posted once in 3 days. But if you feel like you're trying everything and you just can't get to where you want to be, and it's more than 2 weeks, guys, please, okay? I have some of you that are so excited and you're on like day 3 and you're like, okay, I can't get to 4K. Stop it. I would rather you take 6 months to get to 4K and build a nice, tight business for yourself so you never have to worry about maintaining than going to 4K in 3 days. Because then I'm going to wonder how the hell you got there and how the hell are you going to maintain it? Okay, so don't get discouraged if you've been in the company a few weeks and you're not at 4K. You guys, nobody becomes a millionaire overnight. Like Danny and I tell everybody, you can either go work for corporate America for 60 years and retire broke, or you can give this business all you've got for 5 years and retire a freaking multi-millionaire. So if 3 weeks, you're not where you want to be, slow your roll and reevaluate. Okay? Yes, get excited, but don't get discouraged, because the minute you get discouraged, it's going to show in your posts, it's going to show in your lack of posts, and it's going to stop you from enrolling. Okay? If you don't stay excited, you're going to be at a dead standstill. If you're always negative about it, you are not going to go anywhere. I don't care how much you're posting. If in your mind you're negative, it is going to come through in your aura. Okay? So you guys stay excited. If you're not excited, get on the phone with one of us. We'll get you excited, or we'll get you a shot of Aftershock, whatever we have to do. Stay excited and you're going to watch your paychecks grow, you guys. Did all of you have your hundreds list? If you haven't made a hundreds list of people that you want to contact, that's your warm market, people you know, people you're friends with. If you did not, Heather, my God, if you did not make a hundreds list, you're only hurting yourself, you guys. Do you realize I've been in this over a year and I still have not gotten through my hundreds list, and I'm at 40K hitting 80? Okay? Because I'm constantly making new friends on Facebook. My hundreds list is constantly growing. So if you haven't made a hundreds list, that's going to be your goal for the next 24 hours. Everybody make sure you have your hundreds list, because if you come to me saying, I want some of that, what you have, Michelle, I want some of that. Okay, I want to see your hundreds list, because I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Danny, I'm sorry. I did it again.
That's okay. I'm used to it.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so does anybody have any questions on the comp plan? I know that you can go into your cloud under resources and then documents, and then you can look up, that's where all your PDFs are. That's where your comp plan is. And so I definitely, suggest you study that. Know that we have 12 different ways to get paid, and I highly suggest that you maximize your comp plan because you can get paid extremely well with it. And you have to remember, most of these other companies, you have to meet certain higher ranks to get a lot of these bonuses. You get them right out of the gate with us. And then a lot of these other companies, you have to strategically place people in certain areas of your organization in order to reach your next rank, and people under you have to reach certain ranks for you to reach your rank. That's not the case here. It is a volume only promotions here, and it doesn't matter where it comes from as long as you're balanced. So you guys are really in the right company at the right time. We are only not even 6 years old yet. They plan on we plan on being a $2 billion company here very shortly, and we have Burn coming out. I'm so excited for Burn. That is going to change your business, and that's when your residual income is going to come into play. People are going to want to just join you and order from you because it is going to be the weight loss product that everybody's going to want to try and be on. So also trying to think, there was something else. I think that's pretty much all I have, Michelle.
I think I spoke enough.
Anybody have anything? Anybody have any questions, please? Oh, just remember that the time's going to pass anyway. You might as well be doing this because, I don't want you to, quit or fall off in a couple months from now and then, just kind of kick yourself and wish that you had come back when you see, your friends that didn't quit, they're actually, doing really well. The key to this is consistency. And if you're consistent, you're going to get there. More on the hundreds list. Hundreds list are your potentials, the people that you are talking to on a daily basis, a weekly basis about the product. That they're either your chicken list. Your chicken list is the list of people that you are deathly afraid to approach, but you want them more than anything. They're the people that have inquired about your products or your business opportunity. They've liked or commented on your post. They're your friends, they're your family. It's a hundreds list. It could be 500. It could be 1,000. It's just something that you use to follow up with the people that. So I have so many of them. This is just one from this week only that I've started. So that's just this week. I started a new one. But I'm always going back and I'm following up with the ones that I've talked to because I'll tell you, if you just rely on your messenger, you're going to lose out on so much because every time you get a new message, everything else gets pushed down. So write them down. Write what they're interested in. Write if they're a free customer. Also, what I do is I have this little file folder that
Ashley just said there's a Burn update in the email. Sorry.
Okay. So it's my free customers, the ones I've sampled, the ones that have ordered, and the ones that have upgraded to a promoter. So I have this. So I use this. This has all their information on it. Once you've sampled them, you have their address. So what I do, I use that and I send out thank you cards.
See, I have it too.
Yeah.
It's so simple.
I send them out when we have a new product release. I send them a sample of it because I think I can, kind of give away a box or two of Pro Bars because I know that they're going to love them so much. And if I send 10 out and that costs, so 12 in a box, I send a box out to 12 different people. So that's half of that comes back. What's 6 times 3? 180 bucks. So it's 180 bucks and I just spent 30 bucks and I got 150 back in orders at a minimum. So that's what I do. But you always want to, you know, write down who you've been talking to and who you've been talking to and following up with them on a weekly basis. Follow up Friday, fortunes on the follow up. All right, guys. Any other questions? Anything else you want me to touch base on? Please don't hesitate. You know, we want to make sure
no
that everybody
stupid question.
understands.
There's no stupid question, you guys. Please, now is the time to ask. I'm just kind of going through and seeing if anybody's on here that I know would have questions.
I'm looking at this.
I'm like jumping at,
Okay.
wondering what this email is.
Official launch date of Burn is Monday, June 4th.
Yay! We've got a date.
That's exciting. Okay, so let's just work on May. Let's get these free customer accounts going. Let's hit these bonuses, because there's no guarantee that this bonus is going to be extended into June, especially with Burn being launched. So get these bonuses in May, get these free customer accounts signed up, and let's rock and roll. Let's get ready for Burn, right? All right, guys, thank you for joining. Went a little longer than I wanted to, but I think we got a lot of good information. And have an amazing night.
Thank you guys for hopping on. If you have any questions, please